Do patients consider you as a great listener? Do you think dentists should be a great listener? Let's discuss that today. Hi guys, welcome to LDFS. I'm Dr. Lakshmy. In today's video, first we will be playing a game, and after that we will be discussing about why every dentist should be a great listener. So let's get started. In today's game, I will be asking you 3 questions, and remember, you have to answer in either yes or no. So everyone close your eyes and remember all the consultations which you have done till now. My first question is, have you ever searched for a pen or a prescription pad during the consultation while the patient was talking to you? Answer in yes or no. My second question is, during consultation, have you ever read X-rays while your patient was talking to you? Third question, during consultation, have you ever glanced your laptop screen while your patient was talking to you? Now let's discuss the results. If all of these questions are answered as no, then awesome, you are a great listener. You don't need to improve anything. But if any of these questions answer is yes, then we need to improve and be a better listener. Now, don't worry. Many of us would have answered yes to one of these questions at least. When I started working, I think all the 3 were yes. And slowly I started improving, and now it's far better than what it was. And the results are awesome. So trust me, it's okay if any of these answers is yes. We have a lot of time to improve. Now let's go to the second part. That is why every dentist should be a great listener. And when I'm explaining that, I will also tell you the reason behind asking you these questions in my game. Listening means to hear with thoughtful attention, with 100% attention, with undivided attention. And the research says that doctors interrupt their patients within 23 seconds of them trying to explain their problems. That means whenever the patient starts explaining their problems, we interrupt them within 23 seconds. Now, I know majority of you will think we never interrupt them. We never say anything. But interruptions can be of 2 types. It can be a verbal interruption and it can be a non-verbal interruption. Verbal interruption means we are saying something in between and interrupting them. But non-verbal interruption means our actions or body language that acts as an interruption to what they are saying. So the questions which I asked you earlier, like, are you reading X-rays in between? Are you checking your laptop in between? Are you checking your phone? Are you searching for a pen or a prescription pad in between? These are the non-verbal interruptions. And when we do these things, the patient will think whether I should continue saying or should I explain more, and they will be in a dilemma. And we don't want them to have that dilemma. We want them to open up and speak to us. That is why we should be a great listener. So there are two reasons why we should be a great listener. First is to gain their trust. If after the consultation, patient feels that the doctor didn't listen to all my problems, the doctor has jumped to the diagnosis, they'll feel that they need a second opinion for the same problem. Then it means they don't trust us. We don't want them to visit another dentist for the same problem. We want them to trust us. As doctors, we meet around 10 to 20 patients per day. But think from the patient point of view. For them, usually they meet a dentist only once a year. That means in full 1 year, they'll have only once the experience of consulting a dentist. That 15-20 minutes is of great value to them. I'll give you an example. Imagine you're in internship in your college and you go and you have to meet the dean and explain her something. When you go inside the dean ma'am's cabin, you meet her and you start explaining. At the start, dean is looking into your eyes and listening to you. Slowly, she shifts her vision and she starts checking some papers which are there on her table. What feeling will you have during that time? You'll feel, is ma'am listening to me? You will start thinking, should I explain more or shall I stop? These are the things, these are the thoughts which are going on in your mind. The same thing happens with patient. When the patient is talking and we are not looking directly into their eyes and we are seeing something, doing something else, they feel that we are not listening to them 100%. Our 100% attention is not there with them. And they won't open up more. That will create a doubt in their mind and they won't trust us. And we don't want them to think like that. We want them to trust us and not go for a second opinion with another doctor. Second reason why we should be a great listener is it helps us to know their problem better. It helps us to understand them better. When we know their problem, we can help them take an informed decision. We can help them to decide faster because we know exactly what is their issue. Their issue can be money, their issue can be some dental myth, their issue can be time, their issue can be anything. And when we know their problem, we can solve that problem and help them take an informed decision. Because when the patient opens up, their anxiety reduces. And when their anxiety reduces, they have increased capacity to hear our diagnosis, our treatment plan, and then they take a more informed decision about the treatment plan. And that is what we want. We want to convince our patient for the treatment that we are suggesting. And when we listen to them, we understand them better and we can give them the kind of guidance which they want. So these are the two reasons why every dentist should be a great listener. One is it helps to gain their trust. Second, it helps us to understand their problem and help them to go ahead with the treatment plan which we are suggesting. So these are the two reasons. And there are a lot of ways how we can improve our listening skills and how we can project it better. We will be making a lot of videos in future regarding those things. I hope you liked today's video. Kindly like, share and subscribe us. And let us know in the comment section what were your results of the game which we played today. We would love to know that. And if you have not enrolled to our broadcast list yet, send us a hi on this number. We'll add you to our broadcast list, and you will be the first person to receive any content which we are releasing on time. After that, we'll release to the rest of the world. Thank you so much, guys. Bye.